respond in love to each other. Respond in love to each other. Now, grace chooses to respond in love when loving your spouse is not particularly satisfying. That's really what makes the difference when you're applying grace in your marriage. You're familiar, I'm sure, with 1 Corinthians 13. That is the verse that a lot of people like to have read at their weddings. 1 Corinthians 13, love is patient and kind. Love is not jealous or boastful or proud or rude. Love does not demand its own way. Love is not irritable, and it keeps no record of when it has been wrong. It's never glad about injustice, but rejoices whenever the truth wins out. Love never gives up, never loses faith, is always hopeful, and endures through every circumstance. I want you to notice three things about this kind of love. This is how you can respond in love in your marriage relationship. First of all, this kind of love is active. It's an active kind of love. It's something that you do. Love is patient, or love is kind. All of that, these are action things. They're not just feelings, not just something like, oh, feelings, oh, feels so good. You know, it's not that. You know, it's not all words. It's actions, things that you do. It's also premeditated. That's another characteristic of this kind of love. You can get up in the morning and premeditate. You can decide ahead of time, today I am not going to keep a record of the wrongs done yesterday. I'm not going to remember against my spouse the things they did yesterday. I'm not going to bring those up when they make me mad today. Right? You can decide ahead of time. You can premeditate. I am going to be patient. I know that this is going to be a tough day. I know things are we've got a lot of stress, a lot of stuff going on. I'm going to premeditate today to show love to my spouse. I'm going to respond even though it may come at me. The words from my spouse may be aggressive. They may be attacking. I am going to choose to think before I speak. I'm going to choose to be patient. I'm going to choose to be kind in the way that I respond. Not getting too many amens on that one, so let's move on. And the third characteristic of this kind of love is it's observable. People can see when you love this way. People can see when you respond to your spouse in any of the ways that are listed here in this particular passage. Never gives up, never loses faith. People are watching us. Those of us who are married and following Jesus Christ, and we're witnessing that to other people, to our friends, to our neighbors. They are not only listening to what we say, but they're paying attention to how we treat each other. They're watching, do they really love one another? And especially during the summer months when our windows are wide open. and if you live close enough for people to hear what's going on in your house, they're paying attention. And what they hear and what they see in terms of how you relate to your spouse speaks volumes about Jesus in your life. You know, it's easy to love someone who's good to you, who shows kindness daily, responds to your loving words or actions with the same love that you have. We love them because of what they do. Gary Thomas, writing in his book, Sacred Marriage, says that when we love each other anyway, instead of because of what they do, but when we love each other anyway, we're modeling God's love in our homes. A love that is enduring, that's based in grace. God loves us even when we ignore him, doesn't he? Our ignoring him doesn't change his love for us. When we take his boundless grace and blessings for granted, doesn't change his love. He doesn't like it, but it doesn't change his love. He continues to love us anyway. And so when we love each other anyway, we're loving the way God loves us.